Hello everyone, welcome to Data-Decoder. Today we are going to talk about dynamic list or how can you create the dynamic list. Sake of example, you have this list right now which is kind of for the months January, February, March and April. How can we create a dynamic list out of this? So first thing is you can use the method of table. You can use Control T as to directly implement or convert your data to table, or you can go to insert and click on the table itself. It will ask you where is the data for your table. My table has a header, so I'll keep it as 15. So it's up to you what range you want to select. I'll take it from A1 to A15. Like my data will be maximum will be till A15, so I'll take that range. And I can see that the table is this data has been converted to table. Now you can Control Shift L is a kind of a shortcut for adding or removing the filters. Now second step is how can I further kind of convert that into a dynamic list. You can select this any cell just to make sure that you know where the filter has been added or the list drop down has been added. Now you can go to data. Within data you have an option of data validation. Within data validation, under settings, the criteria that you have, you can allow for a list. Now equals to, there's a function of indirect. Now you select the range. Now there are a couple of things you can do. One is, before I do that, I can just show you one more thing. If you go to formulas and name manager, you will find that the table 3, the one that we just created, already being added to the name manager. So this particular table is known as table 3, and you can always edit the name in case you wish to. You can just click here and change the table name. Now I'll just close it up, go to data validation again, allow list, and now equals to indirect, parenthesis open. Now indirect as a function take the input or the argument as a textual value, so we have to kind of write double inverted commas. Then I can write table 3 as the name stated, months, square bracket close, double inverted commas, and this is like this. Now you can see that there's a drop down appearing now which gives you all the January, February, March, April. Now I can add May, June, July, and you can see that it has been updated within this list as well. Now this is giving a blank because there's a hidden row here which is having a null value. If I write like ABC, then you can see the null value is being replaced by ABC. So that is what we call as a dynamic list, wherein the time you update the range, the list will automatically update. That's one method, but before I jump to the second one, I'll want to show you something more on the same lines. Is in I go to the data validation, I'll take the list, again I write the same formula, parenthesis open, double inverted commas. I'll select this range now instead of taking the table name. Now I'll remove this plus sign and hit enter. It will give you the same result. Now let's add some few more values, and you can see that it's updating as well. Now third thing I want to show you within this this method is that if I go to again the data validation, list, now can I try like this, table 3 months, and like this. If you try like this, the system will throw an error like this, or if I write just table 3, it will again throw an error. So the way you will kind of reference to that particular range is the way just I showed you like this. Either you write table 3 months within the double inverted commas, or you take the range and convert it into double inverted commas to create the list, a dynamic list. That is one method. Second method is using the offset. I have explained the function of offset in my previous session on the lookup function. Let's try to run that function now. Offset, there are 5 arguments given that given in this function. We'll take the reference of Sunday, A2. Now we discuss about the row. When we say rows here, it says either you want to go down or you want to go up. in this case, since we're creating the dynamic list here, I don't want to move my cell, so I'll take it as 0. Similarly, there's no columns I want to select, so I'll take the column as 0. Now, this is the main portion where you create the dynamic list. So since height gives me, for example, if I say 2, it will give me Sunday and Monday, because in height and width we will consider the column, or sorry, the cell that we have selected. Like for example, if I say 2, it will give me Sunday and Monday, right? Now I don't want to manually write the statement this 2, so I'm going to use a function of count a. Those who are not aware of the function count a, I can just simply show you the definition first. It says count the number of cells in a range that are not empty. Open the parenthesis. Again, you select the range till you want to maintain your list. I'll freeze it. Now width I don't want, it's an optional argument, I don't want it, and we're done. Now you can see Sunday, Monday, Tuesday appearing. I can say Tuesday, then you want Wednesday, then Thursday. I can see the value is appearing as well, Friday, and so on and so forth. Now what if I say that I'll delete this Wednesday and hit enter, and I got 0? Reason being is, as I stated, in the count a function, it is not counting the blanks. It is counting only if there's having any value within the cell. Even if I put a space there, it is a kind of a space being entered, and that's somewhere value, and it's not completely blank. And now if I show you this, it says 5 values. So if I say, instead of writing count a, I'll just write 5, this is what will happen. So it's majorly because of the function of count a. Since the count a is not counting the blank, it counted just these 5 values. So from this point of reference, it has taken only 5 values. And since, so this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and that is why Friday was not considered. So if I go back and say, instead of writing anything, I'll just hit space, and you will see now you have the Friday, because the space is being counted as a part of count a function. Now once you have this formula, you copy this. I would again go and select some cell and kind of highlight it, go back to data validation, list, and then again equals to an offset function. There we go. Now again you have this list, dynamic list being created. I'll rewrite it Wednesday, and you will find it appearing as well. Then you can write Saturday just to see the range, and it will update as well. Another method of creating the dynamic list is using the name manager. If you click on name manager, click on new, let's give it a name like week list. The scope can be a workbook or a worksheet. You can define as per your need. And then the formula. So formula will remain same which we have used earlier, like offset and count a. So we'll use offset, give a reference of a2. It should be an absolute reference, row number 0, column number 0, and count a. You just select the range, again absolute reference, and you can close the parenthesis. Now if you go in and write equals to week list, you will see that the list is appearing here. Now if I further update it, like Saturday and then Sunday, then probably Monday, and then ABC, X, Y, Z, and so on and so forth, you can see that the list is updating as we are kind of updating the range. But something to note that is Sunday is being repeating, and this list is also repeating the Sunday. Similarly, the Monday is being repeated. But if you look into the list being created earlier using the data validation, you won't find any duplicate records. So that is a difference in terms of the time you create a dynamic list using a name manager versus the data validation. So please play around with this dynamic list. It is one of the important kind of a topic within Excel. And let me know in case you have any question or concerns. Please do comment, subscribe and share to my channel. And good day. Thank you so much for watching. Bye bye.